tried to grow strategically so as to not overburden ourselves or over leverage our company, but at the same time being able to put ourselves into a position that we can move to the next level. What drives us, think of ways to do it different, more efficiently, provide a better level of service for our customer.
I'm usually out of the office off and on all day. Customer satisfaction really revolves more on timeliness more than anything else. The quicker we can get it done, candidly, the happier that they are.
I'm probably out of the office about at least 60% of the time each day. I run into a lot of tenants and they all know me. So they'll say, hey, Katie, what's happening with getting our sink taken care of? And so I don't have the ability to just look it up and say, well, they're working on it right now. So instead I have to go back to my office and see what the status is, and then I either call or email them.
So when we first got to PREM, speak with Jacob and Brian, saw some places where I thought we could make a great impact. One of the issues the field folks face, sometimes they're out of the office maybe 60% of the time. We could provide Intel Centrino mobile technology-based tablet PCs to the field folks. This would provide them connectivity on the go. From the server and infrastructure perspective, moving to a paperless environment, they're going to have heavy requirements on their SQL engine. So I recommended to Jacob we bring in an Intel Xeon dual processor, dual core system, which would have more than enough performance, plenty of scalability, fault tolerance, security, to give them the headroom that they'd need for their mission-critical database application, and this system will grow with them.
Of course, we had our power users that were loving it and trying to test every little feature, and that helped fine-tune the system. And then we had some of our users that said there's too many features, and it's really just a user training, but everybody really got it. And if I was to take the tablets away today, I would have some very unhappy users.
I see them with the stylus, and they're flying around. They're using it the way I would use it, the way someone who's into technology would use it. But they're not using it because it's cool. They're using it because it works.
It is nice if I have the tablet in hand, and so if they have a question on the lease, and I can answer the question right there instead of having to tell them, I'll get back to you. They got the answer they needed and I can go on my way.
We have 60 properties, let's say. Each of those properties has to be inspected probably a minimum of at least once per month. In the past, the manager or technician would do an inspection, it would be written up on paper, bring it back, and then go in and compile their notes. Here, it all happens right there at the property. They go in, they log in the preventive maintenance system, they pull up their inspection, they go through and do their inspection, they make their comments, and then the inspection is filed right then and there.
What it's improved is our ability to disseminate information quicker. At the same time, we're able to respond to requests in a more timely fashion for our customers. So our customer satisfaction, I think, is creeping up. That's allowed us to be on the forefront in our industry as being able to give people electronic access through the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our staff and our company has been able to increase our workload without burdening our employees and adding more stress to the company itself, but at the same time increasing our customer service and our timeliness and response times to our customers. The Intel Centrino Duo notebook, I don't leave home without it. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, it's not very far away from me. And it's just allowed me to be more effective, throughout the day. In a paper system, you've got file cabinets and papers laying on people's desks, and anybody can access those at any time. But in this electronic realm and with the document management system, we can give people access to particular documents based on the roles that they have within the company. It's backed up, safe from environmental damage. As a small business that's growing, we're always trying to figure out how are we going to continue to grow, how are we going to become more efficient. We've been able to reduce our costs within our space and make our space more efficient because of the mobile technology and the new systems and networks that we have in place. We're able to have more flexible workspaces. We probably reduced our actual move costs and our acquisition costs of the space by probably 30%.
As the company grows, the majority of the new added users are going to be outside of this office, and our infrastructure, it's solid, it's fast, and it's going to handle the next phase of growth.
The technology in our company, it's part of what we do. We're not using it as a crutch, we're not using it as a marketing ploy, we're using this as a tool to be able to make us better. And I don't think that we could go back from this point. I think that people have just adopted it as a way of life.